Hello, we are back full on in the swing of things after holidays. Had a great time last week with our pastors clusters. Want to talk more about that. That's actually the point of this week's video, but also wanted to mention my opportunity to go and visit Main Street Baptist in Sackville. Um, I'm headed to PEI tomorrow to do some work with Grace and helping them look for a new family pastor. And then this weekend I'll be in Lunenburg. So back full on in the swing of things. It's great to be in the churches. It's great to be seeing everyone. Uh, but in our pastors clusters, we were talking about the power of faith and how Paul is writing to the Church of Rome to say that he's been encouraged by their faith, that people around the world are talking about the faith of the Church of Rome and how um, he's telling people about their faith and he longs to be with them, and the reason he longs to be with them is because he wants to be encouraged by their faith, and he wants to encourage them with his faith, and we just were caught in all of the discussion of how it is that we plan programs and strategies, and all of these are the kinds of things that we want to share together, and what we should really be doing is sharing faith. To be known as a people of faith, a people of such faith that it encourages other people's faith, and we didn't come to it in the Nova Scotia discussion in the same way, but in talking with the guys from New Brunswick and PEI, it was mentioned that we are uniquely positioned, and I genuinely believe this to be true. There's so much that's going on in our world, and we've seen the church struggle so much. We've seen Christianity fall from favor. We've seen it go from something that people were marginally accepting of to something that people didn't speak out against to something that some people consider to be the problem with our society. And it's disheartening. We're seeing a lack of leadership, young leaders wanting to grow up and be pastors. And we have a lot of churches without pastors. There's a lot to be discouraged about. There's a lot of work to be done. But at the same time, I genuinely believe that we as a fellowship of churches are uniquely positioned. I think the struggle that God has put before us in our region makes us unique, that not only amongst the lost can we live with such hope and joy and peace that people around us would say, give me a reason for the hope that you have, but we can do that amongst brothers and sisters. And I think the faithfulness of our God lived out by his people faithfully serving him, serving each other, serving their community. I think that we are uniquely positioned in order to not only change the region that we live in, not only to change our communities and our churches and our families. I think we're uniquely positioned to bring an encouragement to churches across Canada and maybe even beyond. That we would be able to say, look what God has done in and through us. And may that same faith produce similar fruit for your ministry. And so I just want to encourage you, fight the good fight, run the race as if to win the prize, and let's see what our God has for us. Go in peace.